Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Keith once again with Craps TX. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you don't mind, please, as always, hit that thumbs up for us. That means a lot. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when a new video comes out. So, continuing on with this 3-video series, we're on video number 2 of the $300 Craps Challenge. Video 1, we were incredibly fortunate to turn $300 into $1,211. So we're going to start off video 2 with that amount. Again, just to remind you, we're at a $10 table. We started off playing 44 inside, just kind of, pressed and got lucky with a long roll and, was able to get up to that. So video 2, we're still going to play, like a normal strategy, probably like 110 inside because we have enough for 10 shooters. Not that we're going to go through 10 shooters, but $1,211, we've got enough for 110 inside. So we'll start off like that. If things start to go south, we'll turn a little bit more conservative, and we're going to stay on the light side. I'm not going to do any hedging on this one. We'll run another series where we do like a 3-series hedge strategy challenge or whatever. But yeah, so we'll get into that in just a minute. First of all, I'd like to thank our 2 partners, PokerChipMania.com. They have clay chips, ceramic chips. They've also got casino grade chips and these composite chips that I use right here, the striped dice variety. They've also got some roulette chips. They carry chip racks, the cases that those racks go into. They have these 19 millimeter dice. They've also got supplies for poker, blackjack, and some cards as well. They can do custom orders, and right now they are giving our viewers a 10% discount. If you use that code down there at the bottom, CrapsTX10, you'll get 10% off your entire order. It's PokerChipMania.com. Go check them out. Next up is Grip Mats. That is gripmats.etsy.com. They are the makers of this deluxe craps mat that I use here on my videos and on my table here. They can do custom orders. Obviously, I've got my logo down there. You can't quite see it. You need a little bit there in the corner. But they also make a regular craps layout. It doesn't have all the prop bets and everything on it. They've also got mats for poker, blackjack, and baccarat. They have licensed designs from Marvel, DC, Dune, Star Wars, and lots of others. They've got home game mats like chess, checkers, and backgammon. They also run some percentage off discounts. Just check the product, and right there underneath on the price, it'll say if it's got a discount or not. That is gripmats.etsy.com. Links for both of those are in the description below. All right, so let's get into this video. This is video number 2 of the series, the $300 Craps Challenge. This one we are calling Pressing Up, Turning Profit into Power. So we are going to start a little bit, not necessarily conservative, but we're playing within our means. We're going to be playing 110 inside. And if we're so fortunate with the first shooter or 2 to, continue on getting a little bit more profit, then we'll start pressing a little more heavily after that. If we start to go south the other way, then we'll get a little bit more conservative, and the title of the video won't really make sense at that point because we're protecting our profit rather than trying to press up or turning profit into power. So let's get started. I'll have to break these up just a little bit here. That's a $1,000 chip. I am going to put that over to the side. I'll just take a $500 chip and I'll add 5 more hundreds. Okay. And in that, I'll take 200 and get 200 in green. All right. What else can we do? Let's get another 100. We'll get 50 more in green, and then we'll get 50 in red. All right. So now we still have the 1211. There's 500, 900, 1,000, 1,100. There's 1,200, 10, and 11. All right. Let's get that racked up and out of the way, and we'll get started here. We're not going to be the shooter in any of these. We're just going to be the bystander that is waiting for a point to be set, and we'll get in there and place our bets at that point. Like I said, we're going to start off probably with a 110 inside. since that is within our $1,211, having enough at least for 10 shooters. And I apologize if you see a little sun coming in. This is kind of early in the morning, 7:30ish Central Time. But yeah, the sun is coming directly in right now and catching the table in a couple of spots. But I have a couple of lights on, and hopefully that kind of drowns out the sunlight that's coming in. All right, let's get a point set. We are coming out. Dice are out. Video number 2 in the $300 craps challenge. Turning profit into power, pressing up. All right, there is an 8, 5, 3, 8. That is going to be our point. We're going to throw out our 110. You would normally throw it there in the middle for the dealer. So we'll just do that just as an example. Later on, we'll just place them. So, you can put them out there on that line if you want to, or put it into the come area. But if you put it on that line, then they know it's not a come bet or a field bet. And they'll ask you, okay, what is this? Well, I'd like to have 110 inside, please. And they'll set you up 110 inside. 25 on each and 30 on the 6 and 8. Each of these pay 35. We're going to take one hit, and then we're going to regress to 66. So we still are going to be a little conservative, because that'll take $79 off the table. And then from there on, we can just kind of play with our profit. All right, dice out. There's an ace deuce, 3 craps. No help, no harm. And a 5, 3, 8. Okay, point hit. 20 or 30 is going to pay 35. At this point, like I said, we're going to tell the dealer, take us down to 65. That might seem kind of redundant, or 66 rather. Might seem kind of redundant, but we are trying to protect our profit as well. And then from here on, we can be a little more aggressive. So there is 65, and let's throw $1 in. There's 66. So we're putting almost $80, $79 over to the side. So let's go ahead and set that up real quick. Hopefully real quick. So that is 15 on each, 18 on the 6 and 8. All right, so we are still on shooter number 1. Dice are out. Looking for a new point. There is a 4-3-7 frontline winner. Again, we're not going to be the shooter, so we're not playing the pass line. We're going to get 2 frontline winners in a row. There's an 11. Yo, 11. 6, 4, 10. All right, so you can see we're not playing the 4 and 10 either. We could at some point decide maybe to play the hard ways, or we can go ahead and just pick up the 4 and 10 for $15 or $20 each. All right, and we're at a $10 table, so we could actually just put 10 each on there. Dice out. All right, 5, 1, 6. All right, so like I said, from here, we're going to kind of press up because we're essentially playing with profit. We'll go up. That's going to pay 21. I'm going to throw in $3. There is 5 because I don't have any singles. I'll get 2 and change. So that now makes that 24. I am going to turn that 6 into 42. So that is just a quarter underneath, 3 of the red, and 2 white. And that will go back to the back, or to the dealer. All right, 42 on the 6. Dice out. So like I said, we're kind of playing with profit now. We can press up a unit, half unit, power press, full press, whatever you want to do. All right, that is 9. 15 is going to pay 21. Dealer, take me up to 25. So that's just $10 there, and we'll put 11 in our rack. Always try to collect a little bit if you can. We did power press on the 6, but we're collecting a little bit on this 9. There's 5 red for a green. Dice are out. 3, 1, 4. All right, nothing on the 4. We're going to kind of keep these videos short, so I'm just going to go quickly at times. There's a 6, 2, 8. 18 is going to pay 20, or I'm sorry. Yeah, 18 pays 21. We're going to go and put $3 in. I don't have 3, so there's a nickel. I'll get 2 and change, and we're going to take that 8 to 42, just like we did the 6. All right, so there we go. Dice out. So we have every number pressed right now except for the 5, and there is a 5, 4, 1, 5. 15 is going to pay 21. Dealer, take my 5 to 25. So there's 2 of those on there. That makes 25, and we'll put $11 back to the rack. All right, shooter 1 is doing us pretty good right now. We're already back up. There's a hard 6. What is that? 42, 40, 84, and 50. Man, we're at 134. Okay. All right, 6. So 42 is going to pay 49 or 50 for 1. I mean, we could press all the way up to 90, but I think I'm just going to go 60. So I'll say, dealer, take me up to 60 on the 6. And then that way we put $32 back in the rack. We're getting very fortunate with these shooters thus far. Here's a 437. All right, as soon as I say that, then pow, right in the face. In the face. All right, so that is a 7 out for shooter number 1, and we did okay, I think. Put this all back in the rack. We can get a rack check. It's 5, 9, 1,000, 11, 50. Yeah, we're still around that $1,200 and something range. Coming out looking for a new point. There's a 527. That is a frontline winner. Pay the line, please. 2x4, 6. 6 will be our point. We're going to stick with the 110 inside. Quarter on each. And then nickel on the 6 and 8. Dice out. 549. All right, that is going to pay 35. Just like last time, we are going to regress down to 66. So we'll take that off the board. Taking what, 75, 80. Need to throw in $1 to make that 66. So 3 on each. Cap off the 6 and 8 with 3 white each. All right. Dice are out. I was trying to remember what number I hit. 6, 4, 10, because I picked up the dice and I was making sure I didn't hit the point. All right, nothing on the 10. Dice out. Hard 6. All right, there's our point. 18 will pay 21. We'll do like last time. We'll throw in $3. There's 2 back and change. Dealer, take my 6 to 42. And that will look just like that. All right, looking for a new point. Bets are off. Dice are out. 6, 5, 11. And a 516. So we're right back on the 6 for the point. Dice out. Whoa, slamming them dice. 5, 3, 8. Make sure you hit the back wall, right? All right, we'll throw in $3. It pays 21. We're going to throw in 3, so that's 24. We're going to take that to 42. And we are off and running still. Dice out. 3, 1, 4. Nothing on the 4. Dice out. Flying them dice. Hard 10. Nothing there either. It's amazing how you can hit those gaps when there's nothing there, right? 3, 2, 5. All right, 21 or 18 will pay 21. Again, my dyslexia hitting in. We will tell the dealer to take us up to 25. So that is 2 of those on there. 5 of those takes a quarter, and we will put $11 back in the rack. Nice out. Again, we're kind of playing with our profit. Some people call it house money, but I'll just call it my profit so I don't start any kind of an argument. 42 will pay 40, or yeah, hard 8. 42 will pay 49 or 50 for 1. Dealer, take me up to 60. 2 green, 2 red, and then we'll put $32 back in the rack. All right, dice out. 5, 4, 9. All right, so we're going to get all of our numbers pressed up. 15 pays 21. Dealer, take me to 25. There's 5 red, quarter, and then we go $11 back in the rack. All right, dice out. 415. 25 will pay 35. We'll just say, dealer, take me up to 35. We'll put a quarter in the rack. That's stacked up. All right, dice out. And a 437 out. All right. Well, we did okay. We're kind of treading water a little bit, but I think we're making a little bit of headway. How much is a headway? I don't know. About 7 or 8 pounds. Let's see. Okay. What time is it? 14 minutes in. Yeah, we'll do another shooter or 2, depending on how it goes. There is a 6, 2, 8. 8 will be our new point. We'll go ahead and do the 110 inside one more time. I think we've got enough. And we'll rack up the rest of our profit from the last shooter. All right, dice are coming out. The $300 craps challenge. Turning profit into power by pressing up. 6, 5, 11. But we are doing it very conservatively, though. There we go. Hard 6. 30 will pay 35. Rather than go down to 66 this time, I'm going to go ahead and go up to 42 on that 6. I'll throw in $2 and I'll collect that quarter. All right, so instead of regressing to 66 and then pressing back up, I'm going to go ahead and just stay and kind of half press, or whatever feels right as far as pressing goes. 25 on the 9, that is going to pay 35. We'll put the 9 up to 35 and we'll rack a quarter. So we're getting some of our money back, and now we're getting nothing of it back. So that kind of backfired on us, but you got to risk it to get the biscuit, right? Fired up. All right, let's put that back into the rack there, and we'll continue on with the next shooter. Dice out. There is a 5, 1, 6. 6 will be our point. Again, 110 inside. And honestly, you could do anything that you want. I'm just kind of sticking with some basics, basic light side strategies, and just doing different pressing techniques to, either protect our bankroll or increase our bankroll. All right, dice out. There's a 3, 2, 5. All right, 25 will pay 35. I think we'll go back to the dropping down to 66 version. So we'll take this $80, put it back into the rack. We'll throw $1 in, and there is 66. Dealer, take me up to 66 inside. You could go to 96 across. You could do, 64 across, because we're at a $10 table. So it's really whatever you feel is right, or feel what you want to do. If you want to cover all the numbers, go ahead and cover all the numbers. All right, there is 66, and we put 79 back in the rack. Dice out. 5, 2, 7. There we go. Regression helped, I guess, there. A little bit, at least. All right, right back into the dealer's stack there. All right, we'll go one more shooter. We're going to keep these kind of tight. Dice out. There is a 4, 1, 5. All right. 5 will be our point. I'm already grabbing money to put out. We'll do the 110 inside. See if we can't get a little bit of a roll on this shooter, since we'll kind of make this one the last shooter. All right. Dice are out. I knew it. 437 immediately. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and buy in for another shooter. There is 110. I said that was going to be the last shooter, but there's always one more, right? All right. So I've got my cocktail. The waitress came around, took my order. She didn't bring it back yet. So I'm going to play one more shooter. Dice out. These are off. 6, 5, 11. No help, no harm. Looking for a new point, or looking for a point. There's another frontline winner. 5, 2, 7 out. We are not 7 out. We're on another shooter. There's a 3 craps. So that is a frontline loser. There's a 3, 2, 5. All right, now we have a point. Okay, let's see if we can't do something. Dice out. 5, 4, 9. All right, 25 will pay 35. Let's go ahead and leave that out there. We'll collect a quarter. Again, taking a little bit of a risk, trying to be a little more, maybe, what do they call it? I don't know. A little more risky, taking a chance. Okay, so 5, that is our point. 5 pays 35. We're going to go to 35. We'll collect a quarter. Looking for a new point, same shooter. 6, 3, 9. All right, so we're going to come out over here on the other end. And dice are out. Going kind of quick, just trying to keep these videos short. Got a little bit of a leaner. There we go. There's a hard 8. 30 will pay 35. We'll go to 42. We'll collect a quarter. We'll throw $2 out there. So we've collected a little bit of profit, but we're still not up to where we started. There is a 6, 4, 10. Nothing there. A 6, 2, 8. Okay, that's a good hit. That 49 will pay, or I always go do the numbers crisscross. 42 will pay 49, or 50 for 1. All right, I'm going to take that up to 60. 2 red, 2 green, $32 back to the rack. Now we've got like our 107 there from the 110. Dice out. And 437. Awesome. All right, we'll end this here. This is video number 2 in the $300 craps challenge. We'll find out where we're at bankroll wise. We may have just kind of tread water a little bit. May even lost a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. We'll get the money out and count it. That will tell us exactly where we're at. All right, so we started this video off with 1,211. The entire series started with 300. That's the name, the $300 Craps Challenge. So let's see where we're at after the second video. There's 5 and another 5. That's 2 quarters. And knocking my wall down there. All right, so there's 2 quarters. And then we'll see what we got there. There's 4 and 4. That's a couple hundred. 2 of those. And it looks like we're going to be just a little bit in profit. There is 5 black chips for purple, and then a pumpkin for the 2 purple. All right, so we started with 1,211. There is 1,050. Okay, so no, we are down. 55, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1,059 from 1,211. So yeah, we went down a little bit, even trying to play semi-conservatively. But yeah, just protect your profit. You know, honestly, that very first video, that 300 to 1,211, that's time to walk away and go cash out. But I am sticking to my promise here. I'm making a 3-video series, and we'll see where we end up after video number 3. So check out the next video that comes out the following week, or the following, yeah, it'll come out on the following Monday. That'll be the final run. Can we take the bankroll higher? That's what I've named it thus far. So I don't know that I'll change it, but we'll see what we can do on that third video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you'd like to see a particular strategy run on that third video, absolutely let me know, and we'll maybe test something out. Between now and then, I will try to come up with something and figure out what we're going to do. We're going to stay light side, like I said. Eventually, down the road, we'll run a 2 or 3 video series on a hedging strategy, or even a dark side strategy, you know, starting off with 300 and then seeing what we can do from there. All right. Well, if you'd like to email us, you can do that right there, crapstx@gmail.com. I do respond to all of the emails. As long as you're nice, I'll be nice back. If you got some constructive criticism, I'll take that. I mean, I'm not perfect by no means at all, and I'm not an expert on this, so I'm always looking for new stuff, and I've had some suggestions. I've just got to kind of play the strategies a little bit and learn them myself before I'm comfortable enough to throw them out here, but I will absolutely do that. Let's see, thanking our 2 partners, pokerchipmania.com and gripmats.etsy.com. Links for both of those down in the description. Go check them out, please. There's some other links down there, too, to help the channel out. Hit that thumbs up. That really helps. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell for notifications. We are getting closer to 850. It may be at 850 by the time this video comes out on subscribers. When we get to 1,000, we're going to have a giveaway. And those 2 partners that I just mentioned, they're going to help out a little bit. We've got some stuff in already. There is a closet right over there, and I've got some stuff in there that we're going to be giving away when we get to 1,000 subscribers. But you have to be a subscriber to win. All right, that's going to do it. This is Craps TX. My name is Keith. Hopefully you guys are having fun, enjoying this 3-video series, video number 2. I am. I mean, it's always a challenge to kind of, you know, see what you can do with a certain amount of money and increase it, you know. So we started off with 300, and yeah, we were up pretty good at the end of that video, but we're now down to 1,055, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,059. So that's going to do it. I think I already said Craps TX. My name's Keith. We'll see you on the next one. Puck us off.